5 a.m. Not even had coffee yet. As you can see, still dark outside. So why am I up at 5 a.m. packing a bag full of tools and a jack?
Because I'm an idiot.
Well, I'm about to go hook up the trailer and go pick up another square body. Let's go. Man, look what a beautiful sunrise it is this morning. Look what a beautiful day that God's created. It's a good day to go get a new truck. All right, so what we're gonna do, we're gonna hook onto the front of the truck, drag it out here, change the tires, and see if we can't get all the junk out of the back, and then winch her up on the trailer. Can you square body people tell me what year this is? I don't know how to tell the difference. It's probably like a late 70s, I would guess. Let me know what year it is. She don't have a title. Well, we made it home. Wasn't even thinking, I bet you guys might like to see what's under the hood. We got the old straight 6 in there. Looks like somebody already got the carburetor off of there. There's the little breather cover. And, dun dun dun, there's a little bit of Marvel Mystery Oil in here. So I'm wondering if, oh, and plugs out. So I'm wondering if this thing isn't just locked up. Somebody's already tried to mess with it, tried to get it unlocked, ended up taking the carburetor off to have it rebuilt, and then never did. That's what I would guess. Trying to figure out what year this thing is. It's got smog stuff. Let's see. This should tell me on here somewhere. I feel like I'm doing a scratch-off ticket. Get out of there. 1975. Right there it is. Right there. 1975. GMC Sierra Heavy Half. I wonder if the engine will turn it all. Yeah, it's turning. I wonder if she's got any oil in her. Yep, there's oil in it. I don't know how much. Get back in there. I don't know, I think I'm gonna just roll her off the trailer right here. I've got another carb that'll go on this that's sitting on the frame of that 55 Chevy over there. So I could maybe put that on there just to see if we could get her to fire off. I don't know what I'm gonna do with this truck. What would you guys do with this truck? I know I'm gonna get it to run. I may try to drive it somewhere, we'll see. Anyway, I'm gonna push her off the trailer for now. That was easy. Now that we're off the trailer, I figure you may want to take a look around the rest of the old girl. 1975 Sierra GMC, but we got the first cousin edition door. Got a little weight reduction right here. Got a little bit of the moss, or as the tree people like to call it, lichen. I got corrected about that on my blue truck video. I was calling this moss, and bunch of people got on there correcting me saying, no, it's not moss, it's lichen. Inside of the bed's in pretty good shape. I really like the bumper here. What's it say on there? Harold Gwatney Chevy. Really like that bumper. Last tagged in December of 2005. So 20 years off the road. About to get a second chance at life. Pretty cool gas cap. I really like that. Doesn't come off, but anyway. Hey, these doors even match. Now, okay, I'm gonna show you what's on the inside. You're gonna love this. You guys ready for this seat? Check this out. Look at the seat. What? I don't think this was the stock seat, do you? I don't know what this came out of, but like a Buick or something. I mean, look at the ultra comfort of this seat. We got armrests, we got seat belts. Oh, this is a GM. It's got to be like a Buick or something, though. I don't know. Anything cool back here? Oh, check this out. We got custom carpet. Got a little bit of rust through here in the rocker area. Can't even get up under this thing. This seat is so cushy. Good here. We got insurance policy. Good through 03. Registration. We got a couple keys. I wish this would be this key, but it's not looking good. No keys. It means I got to tear this steering wheel apart again. Dash is decent. Has a few little things there. Maybe we get some more of that custom carpet. Cover that up. Mirror kind of works. 2005 calendar. So this thing was driving in 05. Oh, sweet. Got an old car magazine. Porsche supercar. What we got here? Element K, Microsoft Excel. So if anybody's interested in a student manual of how to do the 2003 version of Microsoft Excel, I got you. Hit me up in the comments. I will mail this to you. It still has the CD-ROM. Good to go, all ready for you. So hit me up in the comments if you want this. PCs for dummies. Dude, whoever had this thing is like, they're gonna learn the computer no matter what. They're willing to put in the time to learn how to use a PC, specifically Excel 2003. Town in Sylacauga, Alabama. And this sucker was a traveler. They've been all over it in 05. Oh, this new life. Healed by his stripes. This is actually pretty cool. Victory Christian Center in Tulsa. Something about papers on a Dodge. We got Dodge papers in here in the old Chevy. The VIN, whatever accessories that this thing came with, which was basically none. No AC, unfortunately. Oh, somebody left a sock. Oh, check out our new floor pans. Yeah, this thing's got brand new floor pans in it, so we don't have to worry about that. Somebody's already worked on it. So we got floor vents. That'll be nice. It's summertime. That's about all we get on this stuff thing. Kind of a cool dash. We got our work cut out for us. That's for sure. Ow, whoo, she's hot. Anyway, what do you think, broskies? You want to see if this old girl's got any life left in her? I think before we start, the first thing we need to do is delete all the rat crap and rat nests here so that when we start opening up portions of the engine, we don't drop rat turds down into the cylinders and stuff. So I got my handy dandy shop vac. I got like 4 extension cords stretched out. Let's see what we can get done here. So I'm hoping that this carburetor will fit on that engine. I think it should. I don't see any reason why it wouldn't, but I also have no clue what I'm doing. So if this carburetor doesn't fit, this video, you'll probably never see this video because I don't know, I'm probably not gonna go buy a carburetor to see if this inline 6 will run. But if this will fit, and it should, I think we're gonna be in good shape. I can only move about an 1/8 inch of turn at a time. So in about 4 hours, I'll have this nut off, and then I'll start on this other side.
1 to infinity later.
Yeah. I wonder if there's any water or anything in here. Oh, that probably wouldn't be good. Yeah, that's not fuel. That's just straight up water. Ooh, that's pretty gross. There's like mud and stuff in the bottom of it. This thing's so small. I'm used to them big 4 barrels. Ooh, there is a little, yeah, we're kind of froze up in here, I think. Wonder if this is even, yeah, everything's kind of locked up here. All right, we'll give that a second to free up. We'll throw her back on the truck. I'm gonna throw some spark plugs in there. I haven't even opened the distributor cap yet. Hopefully we're okay there. We're about to find out. It seems like somebody's already been in here and the spark plugs are already loose. There is one that's broken off, and the carb being gone, it makes you wonder. Oh, also, there was some Marvel mystery oil in here. So it's almost as if somebody's tried to free this engine up, but the guy that I bought it from had it buried in fencing material, and he said it hasn't been touched in like 15 years. So could be that 15 plus years ago, somebody tried to free this thing up. So I don't know what we're gonna get into here, but I'm gonna go ahead and finish getting these plugs out, and then we'll hook that carb up and we'll see what we can do, see if we can make some noise. Plugs are pretty fouled. I mean, they're like charcoal black. Geez, come on, catch a thread. There we go. All right, plugs and wires are good. Looks like we got to address the wiring here on this distributor. See what wires go with what. Here's a big power wire here. So we got 2 wires to the coil, 1 wire from the battery going into the main harness, which is probably going all the way to the ignition switch. Got our starter solenoid. I'm just gonna start tying stuff together, see if anything blows up. Yeah. I've wired up my push button starter here. This is gonna work like the key, and then I've got a push button start here that's gonna connect the starter solenoid together. So I've got 2 wires running down to the starter solenoid. I've got 1 wire tied into my coil, and then I'll have a hot and a ground to my battery, and that should get us power. Oh yeah, we're moving pretty good now. I can't get too mad at this thing. It's been sitting outside, exposed to the elements for several years. Yeah, buddy. We are freed up. Shoot. Put the carburetor on, and I just dropped one of the nuts in the grass. Let me crawl under there to see if I can find it. Okay. Come on, baby, I know you're down here somewhere. Wish I would have weed eated before I parked this truck here. It's actually kind of nice down here. Got a little shade. Where are you? Wish I had like one of those magnet rollers or something. May have to give up on this nut. Maybe I got another one somewhere. Where could that sucker have gone? That's crazy. Oh well. Hey, babe. Alrighty. Well, it's time for some fun now. So, I don't know if this thing is in gear or not. I cannot get the gear shifter really to control anything. I'm gonna hook the battery up. Maybe we'll bump it over. If she happens to be in gear, we'll kind of know how to get her out of gear. Get your booty on there. Maybe that'll work for now. Let's go see if we have any headlights. I don't know if you can see it, but we do have 1 headlight over here. Okay, let me turn the key on and see if my contraption works. But we do have power at the key right here. What do you guys think? If I press this button, we're gonna know whether or not she's in gear and if she starts. I guess let's press the button and see what happens. You ready? Here we go. Oh yeah. Okay, she's definitely in gear because she just lunged at me. All right, I gotta figure out how to get her out of gear. Pulled some levers, something clicked. I don't know if that was the right way or if I'm still in gear or not. I'm just gonna bump it again and see what happens. Okay, we're still definitely in gear. Oh yeah, we're out of gear. Yeah, buddy, we're gonna make this happen. She's spinning over, but I'm not hearing any spark yet. All right, we're about to bring the heat now, boys. Oh yeah, we got a spark. We got a spark that time. Hey, babe.
Hello.
I got her spinning. I'm just trying to get, I got a little spark. It might backfire out of the carb. It should be okay though. So that little pop means there's some kind of spark, but
This is saying something.
yeah. It's getting a little bit of spark every now and then, but not enough.
Why do I like the smell?
I love the smell. I picked this up. I've never used it before. It is a spark plug tester, and I should be able to plug this into the #1 spark plug, and it should light up if we're getting a spark.
Okay.
All right?
Didn't we? Are you sure we never used this before? Because I'm almost positive we used it on the other farm truck. Not the other C10, but like the farm truck.
I don't think so. I think this is
Are you positive?
pretty positive. Oh, I'm sorry. Elbow you right in the face. Winnie's going to be the official button presser, and we're going to focus in on this little guy. And as you're pressing that button and holding that down, if there's any spark coming through the distributor, this should light up. All right?
Mm-hmm.
So, are you ready?
Yes.
Okay, so press the button down and hold it. Okay. Now, no spark. So now we're going to tear into the distributor and see why. Can you point to the distributor? Do you know where it is?
Is it that thing right there?
No, that's the carburetor.
Oh yeah. Is the distributor right there?
It's right here with all the spark plugs going into it.
Oh.
So what's it look like to you?
Rusty and old.
There's definitely a dirt dauber nest in there.
There is.
Yeah, all that mud right there.
Yeah.
That's from a dirt dauber. So I'm going to clean the distributor cap connections, see if that makes any difference at all. Okay, so everything's connected back together. I did remember to put the rotor on. I do have a different spark plug wire on plug #1, and keep an eye on this plug or this spark tester and see if it lights up. Oh, I don't know if you saw that, but we do have a spark now. There is really not much reason why this thing should not start. Try a little throttle here. It's kind of hard because the throttle's broke on this thing, and I've got to hold it from the bottom for it to not fall off. All right, that's quite a bit of fuel. I'm gonna hold the throttle open again. Oh yeah. I don't know, maybe it's a timing thing. So I got the distributor loosened up and I spun it a little bit. Have no idea if I spinned it the right way or not, but maybe, just maybe, we'll find out. Oh, she's trying, she's trying. My battery charger is not happy with me. Okay, let's see what this does. Oh, okay, okay, baby. You liking that timing? This should pop off here. Yep. Come on, darling. Jeez, too much. Well, guys, I think there's hope. I think my battery's pretty much toast. I think I need to tighten the distributor down where it's at. Let this battery charge all night, or even find a different one for it for tomorrow, and come back and try again. She's popping off like she wants to. I think if we had a good set of spark plug wires, we'd be way better off. I think I've got some inside that may work actually, so we're gonna regroup tomorrow. I think she's gonna run. See you then. All right, good morning, dudes. It's early the next morning, and I reviewed some of the footage from last night. You guys are probably already commenting this, but every time I add gas into this carburetor, there's a little drip coming straight out of the back, and I think it's coming out of the, like where the throttle linkage is, because that was broken and that was what was seized up, and the throttle just like falls off of there. So I don't know if this carb is gonna work or not, but I am gonna give it a try. I'm gonna make sure she runs before I put any money in this thing. I was able to track down some new spark plug cables, and I got those installed here. I'll show you that real quick. So we got some new spark plug wires there. New coil wire. We should have some hot fire here. Y'all ready? Here we go. Come on, babe. Come on now. Building a little oil pressure. Okay, I'm gonna give it a little timing here. Ground cable's getting kind of hot. It's kind of loose. Let me fix that before I go on, because bad ground is never good. Here we go. You ready? Let's see what we got now. And I haven't checked the firing order to know if that has anything to do with it yet. I just plugged it back in how it was. Let me give it a little more gas. Come on now. There was 2 plug wires that I wasn't sure if I got right. I'm gonna swap them. Kind of better. Okay, that might have been part of the problem. Come on now. Come on now. We are so close. What to do? What would you guys do? What's this sound like to y'all? Something's just not right. I'm gonna verify the firing order, check everything, make sure the last guy didn't have it out of whack. Let me look that up and be right back. It turns out firing order was right. So I don't know. I guess I'm gonna keep cranking on it and see what else I can figure out. It could be this cap. You know, it very well just could be a bad distributor cap, which I don't have a spare straight 6 distributor cap. Okay, so we're trying a new strategy here. Einstein says to do the same thing over and over again, expecting different results, is the definition of insanity. So I got a little electric fuel pump here running into the bowl fill, and I'm just gonna hook it up to the battery and just see if we can keep constant fuel going into that carb to see if, you know, maybe it's just running out of fuel before it can build up enough spark or whatever. Can you build up spark? You guys know what I mean. There we go. Okay, we're running fuel now. Should be. Oh, okay, too much, too much, too much, too much. Well, okay, we got some fuel. All right, she might be flooded. Fuel was just flying out of there. Dang, that didn't work as planned. Where is it coming out of? Is what I want to know. It's just squirting out, like big time. Oh, that's got to be our problem. She's not got no gas. She ain't able to keep no gas. Ain't got no gas in it. Okay, David over at Classic Car Revivals is gonna kill me for this, but I got a little bit of ether, and I'm only using this under this circumstance because the carburetor is not holding fuel and the throttle is broken and I don't have 3 arms. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna hold the engine start button down and then hit it with a little bit of fuel, a little bit of ether, and see what happens. Sorry, David. Still didn't work. I feel like with a hot battery and a functional carburetor that actually fits this engine, she would start, but I don't think we're getting anywhere like this. Now I feel bad for using the ether. Shut up, why are you beeping at me still? Give her the old Puddin's Fab Shop love tap. All right, I think we just need some gas in there. I'm gonna go back to the water bottle method. Where is the water bottle? Whoa. Ah, we're so close. Did we burn something? For some reason we lost power to the starter. Seems like, you sucker, you're gonna try to make me put money into you. You should just start on your own. I hope we didn't burn up that starter. It's possible, but it's also possible that I have another one. I just don't wanna have to change it. Either I've pulled a connection loose somewhere or our starter is smoked. Nothing. I think we smoked the starter. So I guess one way that I could tell if it's either a starter or I burned my switch up would be to jump the starter across. We're getting some spark, but it's not actuating the starter. So that's not good. Well, that throws a kink in things. You kind of have to have a starter to start the truck. Really need a starter and a carburetor. I'm unsure if the starter off of a small block will fit a straight 6. I want to say it will. I don't know. Comment down below. Does a regular starter off of a small block Chevy fit a straight 6? Because if so, I can swap one out. If not, that's one more thing I'm going to have to buy. And I just don't know if I want to do that. Okay, so I've been delayed a couple of days. I'm just waiting on parts for this 75 Sierra. The carburetor that I used, you saw I didn't really go with this engine and it was leaking like crazy. The throttle linkage was just falling off. I'd pour gas into the bowl, it would just pour out. So I broke the bank, broke my budget in two, and really splurged on a really nice Chinese-made carburetor. So it just came in today. I bought it on a Prime Day deal. It came super fast. So I wanted you guys to be here with me to get the first look of it. It's like a box within a box, like a Russian nesting doll type experience right now. I hope this thing isn't laced with like the Wuhan virus or something. All the way from China. There's actually Chinese writing here on the box. I don't even remember what the name of this thing was. I probably can't pronounce it. It was a whopping $80 for a brand new carburetor. Gosh dang. Is this like a Rubik's Cube? I'm about to just go Hulk on this thing. We're one step closer. All right, we got a couple gaskets. What, I have to build this carburetor? It's gonna be the fanciest thing on the truck for sure. Tell me what you guys think. Was this thing worth $80? I guess if it runs the truck, it will be. I guess let's go put it on. So before I install this carburetor, I think I'm gonna go ahead and drop this starter and see if it's any different from like a small block 350 starter, because I have like 3 or 4 of those. If it is, I'm gonna see if I can just at least swap out the solenoid on it and see if I can get any fire back on this thing. I think it's just a solenoid problem. All right, so I just have to drop these 2 bolts right here. These guys have their shim on the bottom of the starter here. Can you do that? Does that work? Because that would be way easier. I'm gonna drop this down, and if this starter works, I may just try putting it back up just like that. Let me know in the comments if you would do that or if it's better on the other side. I'm gonna try to drop this starter without it hitting me in the head again. There's some 40-year-old dirt in my eye. Love it. Oh! I wish I had a big old shop where all this could be on the concrete and I could be out of the grass. A lift would be nice. Got it. So here's the old starter. Pretty grimy. Probably the original. And here is a new starter off a small block 350. If you remember, This is the one that I could not get to work right on the blue C10. And I ended up switching. I bought this one new, couldn't get it shimmed right, and ended up switching to the gear reduction starter. But it honestly looks identical to this one. So I think I'm just gonna throw it on there and see if it'll work. Okay, I got the starter put on fairly easily. It took a little finagling. It seemed like everything fit pretty well. What's my hair doing? Is my hair sticking up? Gosh, hair's just getting long. Anyway, it looked as if it would fit. I just put that shim right back where it was. So we'll see if that is functional or not. So I went ahead and took the time to tighten all the cables down right, because after doing all this, I wouldn't want a loose cable on this end to be the reason this thing wasn't starting. So we should have juice. Yeah, we've got a light here. Now, we still have the same carburetor issue. We haven't installed the new one yet, but I am gonna turn this over just to see if the starter engages. Is anyone else nervous? Dang. All right, here we go. You ready? It freaking works. That's crazy. We are good to go, y'all. That's awesome. Okay, so now just to get a good spark and get this carburetor installed. Yes. Oh yeah. Carburetor out. Ooh. It's pretty yucky down in there. Oh yeah, full of rat crap. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna need to definitely get a vacuum or something, because that's gross. What are you barking at, Bandit? What is it? Bandit's going crazy about something. What was that about? Huh? What was that about? Who were you yelling at? You see a good looking girl over there or something? Yeah? What was her name? What are you guys gonna do if this thing just starts right up? I mean, what am I gonna do? What does this thing do? Right here. I don't know what that is. I feel like it needs to be plugged though. What is this thing? I wish I understood engines. What do you guys say we throw a little fuel in that? See if that makes any difference. Key on. Let's see what goes. You ready? She's trying to start. I rotated the distributor back just a hair. Let's see what we get now. Come on, baby. I mean, I gave her a quarter of that bottle. If there's any spark, that should ignite. Here we go. Come on, baby. Come on. It's hot. Feels like every now and then it's getting a spark. Doesn't seem to be getting enough. I guess let me jack around in that distributor for a little bit. Let me just look around, see if I can see any other glaring issues. I've pretty much exhausted my options with what I have to work with today. I think I'm just gonna clean up and let this thing take a break. And we'll come back as soon as my distributor stuff gets in. I'm hopeful though. I think we're gonna make it. All right, see you guys then. Okay, we're back with some more goodies today. Purchased this tune-up kit on Amazon. And I don't know why I did air quotes, but it actually is a tune-up kit. It's a distributor cap, HEI, 6-cylinder distributor cap. The coil is actually on top of this distributor cap, where the original coil over here is separated. So I didn't really think that through because I don't really have the right connectors for it, but I was able to buy a little pigtail at O'Reilly's today. It came with this little doohickey, which I'm sure has something to do with electricity, and it came with the new rotor. So I'm gonna throw these on, try to wire it up, and then see if we have fire. Okay, so I've reinstalled this thing, whatever that is. So the problem is I only have these 2 wires on this new coil, and I'm not totally sure what this 3-prong plug is. This is the new pigtail that I just bought. I don't know if I can just tie in my ignition, my heavy-duty ignition wire into this one as well, or if it's got to have its own spot like it does over here. I mean, this plug is just totally different. I guess we're about to find out. Tell me what you guys would do. Please leave me in the comments the right way to do this. Okay, so I got her as close as I know how to get it. I just took this ignition wire and just used, I mean, don't pay any attention to this wire nut. Just, we're gonna pretend that that doesn't exist and that's not there. And this is all done up to code. We got our tack wire hooked in here, battery wire hooked in. Just got to tighten this thing down. I did remember to put the rotor on off camera, and then get our firing order back right. And I think we'll just see if she'll fire up. Move this out of the way. All right, let's see what we get. I can hear something ticking in there. Ooh, like something's clicking a little bit. I don't know if that's good or bad. Let's see. I turned the timing a little. Let's see what we get now. Ooh. Ooh, she started to run, boys. Just tweaking this timing a little bit. She seems to like it better when I flick the throttle instead of just holding it wide open. Oh man, come on now. It's definitely stronger than it was. Okay, what would make it die as soon as I let off the starter? It's like as long as I'm pressing the button, she'll spin and start to grab, but not strong enough. What to do? What to do? I just do not know, guys. I need your help on this. I hope I can complete this video. Hope I can get this thing to run. Help me out. Hopefully, you know, with each of these videos, I get frustrated, but I understand that I don't know what I'm doing. And I'm just having to figure it out. So whether I figure it out or not, I'm hoping that you guys will be able to comment and teach me things that I'm not thinking about to try. Now we're gonna watch this little glass bowl here and see if we have any sparkulators. Man, I'm hearing that ticking sound. I'm wondering if I don't have a stuck valve or something that would be causing that. Okay, so the ticking sound sounds like it's coming from the distributor cap. Is that normal? I'm glad it's not coming from in here. Why would the coil be making a ticking sound? You know, it's possible with this empty can of Marvel Mystery Oil that there was oil in those cylinders and I didn't give it a chance to come out. It looks pretty black. It's possible that those are too oily. If it's not getting sparked there to the plug, it could be our problem. I'm gonna see if I can sandpaper these down a little bit, clean off any residue, see if that helps my fire at all. All right, I'm gonna see, there should be a spark that jumps across here if this is working right. There is a little spark kitten right there. It's not much, but there is some. Okay, that's encouraging. Let's see about a spark now. What do you guys say? A little throttlage, and here we go. Start. Let me check my timing. Come on, baby. Well, I can't just keep cranking on it. I'm just gonna have to wait till tomorrow, I guess, see if I can get a little help. I'm part of it, y'all. Like I said, please comment. Please give me any advice. Need your help. Trying to learn. Well, it's the next day. The past week has been just a series of total failures and utter disappointment. And not to mention that this morning, my wife tells me that I looked monochromatic today. And I told her that that was very insensitive because there's people that really suffer with that disease, and it's not right to joke about that. But before I dive in any further today and tear anything up, I think I'm gonna reach out to my buddy Steve over at Cross Thread Garage, see if he can help me figure out what I'm missing on this thing. So let's see if he'll answer a FaceTime. Come on, Steve. Pick up the phone. Steve!
Hey man, what's up?
Beard's looking good today, buddy.
Thanks. Got all the oil in it, you know, a little bit of grit and stuff.
Nice. Do you straighten that, or is it naturally?
Oh yeah, you gotta use a hot iron to look good on it.
Okay, I got you. I got you. Hey, you got a minute?
Yeah, what's up?
I'm working on this 1975 GMC, and I'm kind of frustrated on it, and I'm needing a little bit of expert advice, but you were the only guy that I knew. So I'm having some problems getting it to start, and I've replaced pretty much everything that I know to replace on it. I know there's fuel in the carb, but when I turn on the key, it just spins, and then every now and then it'll like pick up a little sputter, but as soon as I let off of the starter button, it immediately stops. What am I missing?
Well, it sounds like you're throwing all the parts at it, so that's...
we have blown the budget on this build.
Have you tried letting the smoke out of the battery cables yet?
That is one thing that I haven't tried. I might have to try that.
It doesn't look like you have your gantry crane, so dropping that on the roof probably isn't an option.
Steve, this phone call is not working out. This is hurtful.
So you do replace the distributor. I'd probably double check to make sure that the distributor is not like 180 out.
Okay.
Because if it is, that's kind of what you'll get is every once in a while it'll fire.
Mm-hmm.
But if you can confirm it's at top dead center and make sure that your distributor is actually firing number one when number one is looking to fire. And then if you're going to pull a spark plug out to do that, you got 5 more spark plugs to pull out to confirm compression. Because if you don't have compression, you know, it ain't going to fire no matter what you do. So
what's that little saying? Something about suck, pull, blank, bang. What is that? Have you heard that?
I think you're walking in different circles than I am.
back to engines. Anyway.
So if you can confirm compression, make sure that the distributor's pointed in the right direction so it's firing, and then pulling the valve cover off of a inline 6 is real simple. I'd pull the valve cover off and spin it over with the starter,
mm-hmm.
and just make sure that all of your valves are opening and closing.
Yep.
So you don't have a stuck valve, because compression could be lost with a stuck valve and not just be bad rings or something. So
okay,
just confirm all your valves are opening and closing. You don't ever end up with a lifter that's just slapping around below the. Yeah. Okay.
Awesome, buddy. Hey, everybody, go check out Steve at Cross Thread Garage and Salvage, my resident expert at OK Speed Shop.
All right, have a good one.
Awesome, buddy. Thanks again. See ya. Okay. Plug wire number 1, or plug number 1 is out. This is always so scary to me to put my finger right there. It feels like it's gonna hurt me, but I don't think it is. Finger installed. Now I'm gonna spin it over. Whoop, caught a little air right there. Okay, so now I'm gonna put that back in and pull the distributor. Oh, got it. Okay. Rotor needs to be pointing at number 1 plug. I really hope this works, because this is the easy fix. If this doesn't start it, then I'm going to be forced to do what Steve said and take the valve cover off and do a bunch of like actual mechanic work. This is going to be the 97th moment of truth. I'm more than ready. Let's go. All right, fuel engaged and start. Okay, no spark yet. Let me twist on the old distributor. Let's see what that's like. All right. Come on now, spark. Oh, okay. Just blew my gasket plumb off of there. Wow. I don't know, y'all. I do not know. I guess I could run a compression test and see what compression looks like before I bust into everything. I'm just gonna spin it over for a minute and then read what it says. I'm gonna put that one about 54. Cylinder number 2. Oh man, we're all the way up at like 95. So cylinder 1 is way low compared to cylinder 2. That is not good. Okay, now to cylinder number 3. All right, it's reading 70 pounds. Number 4, we're all the way up to 110. Okay, now for number 5. Yep, we're at 95 on number 5. Alrighty, let's see if I can pop this valve cover off. Alright, before my battery dies here, I'm gonna try to spin this thing over and see. I've created this little measuring device here. So I wrap this around the crank pulley and cut it to length so that it's the exact circumference of the crank pulley. And where these 2 ends are going to meet is going to be at the top dead center mark. Now this string ended up being 21 inches long, so I divided that by 3, meaning this first mark that I made here at 7 inches is 120-degree rotation, and then I made another one at the 14-inch mark, so that's a 240-degree rotation, and then back to the center was a 360-degree rotation. So at top dead center, I'm going to adjust the valves, which is just going to be, I'm going to take the slack out of the push rod and then give it another 3/4 turn or so on the intake and exhaust. And then I'm going to rotate the engine 120 degrees, and I'm going to follow the firing order, which is 1, 5, 3, 6, 2, 4, I believe. So I'll go to number 5 next. After rotating engine 120 degrees, I'll adjust those valves, rotate the engine another 120 degrees, go to cylinder 3, do the same thing, take out all the slack, give it a 3/4 turn. And then after that, I'm going to try it again. If we still don't have compression and fire, I'm going to assume that the engine's no good and we've got ring issues, and I'm not going to really continue any further. So stick around, let's find out what these valves look like. So I've just adjusted the first 2 valves. There's no slack in them. Everything's looking good. So now I'm going to rotate this engine 120 degrees to the next line. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, so we're gonna be right here on the heel of the cam on valve number 5. Let's check it out. I don't know if you can hear that. We do have a little bit of adjustment there. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and loosen them off just so I know that they're not too tight. It's not wanting to move at all. This could be a problem. It's like I've been cranking on it, loosening her off, and not really getting much difference here. All right, there we go. Now we're loosening her up. All right, now I'm gonna start tightening her down until that play is gone. Yeah, that sucker was definitely stuck. And you just want it, from what I understand, to where there's not any up and down travel in that push rod on the heel of the cam. All right, that's pretty good. Give her about a 3/4 of a turn. All right, on to the next one. Same deal, I'm gonna back her off until I get her freed up. All right, there's our travel right there. Now I can tighten that back down. All right, I'm gonna call that good. All right, there's about 3/4 of a turn there. Valve number 5 is adjusted. So now, I'm not gonna make you watch this whole thing. I'm gonna go through and do that down the firing order and then put her back together. All right, boys. Well, it was quite the chore, but I got all the valves set right now. I got the valve cover put back together. I got all the spark plugs in, the firing order back correct. I think all that's left to do now is spin on her a little bit, twist on the distributor a little bit, see if we can't sweet talk her into running again. Give me your best sweet talk to this engine in the comments. I want to hear what you got. Fuel and throttle. Oh, dude, she's instantly better. All right, come on, baby. She's trying. Oh, we're so close. Dial her back just a hair if I can. Come on now. Come on, baby. Oh. Woo. All right, that's all the timing I got, so let me twist her back a hair. Oh yeah, come on now. Come on now. Yeah. Yeah. Woo. Oh my God. Yeah. Woo. Yeah. Okay, fuel pump's working. Woo. Oh my gosh, that was amazing. She idled. I need a second. I gotta take a second. Yeah, baby. That thing fought me tooth and nail. Woo. You know what, guys, this took me way too long. This video took way too long. If you guys are still watching this, let me know that you watched it all the way through, because you guys are awesome. This was a learning experience for me. Thanks to all my friends that I was able to reach out to. Thanks again, Steve, for walking me through. I mean, I had to rotate the distributor. I had to take the valve covers off exactly like you said. That's awesome. Wow. I learned a lot, guys. Thank you guys for being a part of what I'm doing here. Your comments, I can't tell you enough, how much they help me. Thank you guys who have joined my memberships, the ShOp-DaWgs. I'm able to bounce ideas off of you guys. You guys are my creative team. If you're interested in being a part of the ShOp-DaWgs, it's just $1.99 a month. Just click the join button below or click the link in the description Thank you guys so much. I love you guys. See you on the next one. Let's go. Oh yeah, by the way, if you guys like this video, YouTube thinks you'll like these videos right here, and don't forget to subscribe. Thank you guys.